So thank you everyone for joining. This is Monica here, and thank you Rohini for the thought of making this happen. So today, I think we can just go through a bit of songs and couplets by Kabir. I will sing a few, and if you are already attuned, please sing along. It's okay to unmute and sing along. And then I would also like, because I like to do it, put couplets for your reflection. And if you have any reflections with you coming with that couplet, you can share, unmute and share. Yeah. And with the songs, if you want to sing along, please sing. So, yeah. So let me start with a little song which talks about the mahima of a guru or a mentor or Satguru, the true guide within or the guides outside us. And it says, Guru sam data koi nahi. So in English, it is, the world is full of beggars. There is no giver like a guru. A boat made of paper was filled with a ton of iron. A true guru will get it across. A saint's words are calling out to you. Why to talk of kings and emperors? They all have their hands outstretched. The true guru's wisdom stretches in 7 continents and 9 regions. A sinner takes off for a holy dip. Will that get him across? The dark stains did not wash away. He scrubbed his limbs so hard. Says Kabir, what have you lost? What are you searching for? O blind one, don't you see the light is within your body? So we'll sing this Guru Sam Data Koi Nahi. दाता नदियां एक सम जिरे हेरे रे सब काहू को दे जिसके जैसा कुंभ हो वैसा ही भर ले. So he says that Data, the giver, the true guru, and Nadiyan, rivers, are alike. They are same in the manner that they have bounties to give. Whatever is the size of my container, only that much I am able to receive. Yeah. So there is no bias when it comes to the source or the guru. O jag मांगण हारा गुरु सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं हो जग मांगण हारा गुरु सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं हो ऐसा कोई नहीं हो जग मांगण हारा गुरु सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं. यहाँ कागज की एक नाव बनी रे जिसमें लोहारे अपारा सतगुरु पार उतारिया रे कोई संत पुकारा गुरु सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं हो ऐसा कोई नहीं हो जग मांगण हारा गुरु सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं. यहाँ कहे कबीर क्या खो गया हो क्या ढूंढण हारा क्या राजा हो क्या बादशाह हो सबने हाथ पसारा 7 दीप 9 खंड में हो सतगुरु का ही पसारा गुरु सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं हो ऐसा कोई नहीं हो जग मांगण हारा सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं यहाँ, गुरु सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं। अपराधी हो तीरथ चाल या हो तीरथ तीरथ तारे, अपराधी तीरथ चाल या हो क्या तीरथ तारे, कपट दाग छू त्या नहीं बहुरी अंग पखार्या, गुरु सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं। कोई नहीं हो ऐसा कोई नहीं रे जग महागण हारा, गुरु सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं। कहे कबीर क्या खो गया हो क्या तीरथ तारे, कहे कबीर क्या खो गया हो क्या ढूंढण हारा, अंधे को सूझे नहीं रे थारा घट माही उजाला, गुरु सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं। कोई नहीं हो ऐसा कोई नहीं जग मांगण हारा, गुरु सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं यहाँ, गुरु सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं यहाँ, गुरु सम दाता रे दाता कोई नहीं। So this is, sometimes when we listen to Kabir, it appears so simple, he's saying don't get into Maya and stay focused on remembrance. But yet when we are in the middle of, all the chaos of the mind and emotional overwhelms, it's very hard, it doesn't appear like Maya. It appears very real. All my stories in the head, all the conflicts that I'm thinking, all that appears very real. And one thing which I'm sure you all can please reflect and comment, one thing which comes to me is that it's very true that if we keep our focus on one guru, whether it's a nirgun, formless swarup that we are thinking of, or maybe a guru or a mentor, and not listen to all the stories that the mind is making, it does make a difference. It just puts me back on my center again. And the moment I am thrown away by the stories, caught in the turmoil of the stories, it all appears very, very chaotic, very overwhelming, as if I'll never be able to, get across. And immediately, if grace is there, if we are able to tap into grace and we put our one pointed attention on the guru, on a remembrance, of a mentor or a divine, form, things fall into place, maybe for a time, but they do fall into place. So yeah, any reflections on the song? Please, most welcome if you have any.
Thank you for singing this, Monica. It is Guru Purnima tomorrow, and you've chosen the right song. Thank you.
Thank you. I didn't know that. Beautiful. Yeah. Yes, Rohini, please.
Yeah, it's so true, Monica, sweetheart. It's, I mean, that's the reason that I think for like many reasons, actually, it is said that it is such a blessing to have a living guru in this lifetime. Muji Baba tells a very beautiful story, actually, and he tells it very well with like full action and full animation. He tells the story of a man going out to learn driving. And one particular day, the driving instructor says, yeah, okay, now it's time, we can go onto the highway. So they go onto the highway. And of course, the new driver is a little bit worried and a little bit nervous. And then it starts raining. And then it starts raining very hard. So the instructor tells him that, like, put the wiper on. So he puts the wiper on, and he's going like, I mean, his head is going with the wiper. You know, it's like following the wiper this way and that way, and he's begging the driving teacher to like let him stop, to let him get off the highway, to let him. But the teacher says, no, just keep your focus on the road. Just keep your focus on the road. And he keeps saying it. And Mujibaba tells the story, and then he says, well, just like you said just now, if you can just keep your one pointed attention on the road. So as you said, on the Guru, on remembrance, then suddenly at a certain point, whether it is raining, whether whatever is happening outside, your attention is not on the rain, not on the wiper, not going here and there, just one pointed. And the minute it actually happens, it happens on its own. The minute that one pointed focus happens, it doesn't matter which storm you're in. It doesn't matter what the mind is saying. It doesn't matter what chaos is going on, because it does not bother you. So just wanted to
Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely.
Put that into the circle.
Yeah. And you know, there are times I have been through, you know, times where the story in the head, you know, or anything, any external happenings, they appear so real, you know, that you, although you may have intellectually read about Maya, illusion and all that, but you cannot help it, you know, you are in the drain and all the depression, dark thoughts and all that is there. And as you were sharing, that if you again, you know, with a switch of an attention, you are able to put your attention to the divine, to any form, to any, you know, anything that you respect or admire or adore, I think things take a turn, and in a shift, you are just out of that mess that was just pulling you down again and again. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I like always find it like a very amazing fact that when we are stuck in the midst of that mind, let's say that mind attack, like many people do call it, it's so funny that we give more truth and power to what the mind says than what the Guru says. Even.
Absolutely.
You know, like, I mean, the Guru is telling you, you are that. That's it. But at that moment, we forget all of that. And totally, as you say, it's just what the mind is saying seems to have the sanction of reality. Absolutely. And actually, that is the unreal. Yeah. The real never goes anywhere, as Kabir always reminds us.
And you know, I was lucky, because if in the middle of that chaos, you have a friend who reminds you of that essence, that you are not this dark cloud, you are that light, you know, I think it absolutely makes a difference, and it helps you come out. I mean, I have been blessed with, you know, a few friends to whom I could have, you know, kind of sounded off with. And the moment they remind me that I am not this darkness that I am feeling right now, immediately it helps, and you are out of that mess immediately, you know. So again, it's a blessing to have a circle of friends, or a friend or a two to whom you can talk, and you know, helps.
Yeah, it's a real blessing to have a sangha. And we have all promised each other that if we were to call each other, none of us will listen to the story. We will just remind each other that you are the awareness in which the story is happening. Beautiful. And actually, you know, just the minute that you even decide whom you're going to call, if you're going to call the one who's going to show you the light, you've seen the light already. It just happens like that. So blessed.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So my respect to all the people who have joined later. You know, thank you for joining in. Thank you for tuning. So please keep on sharing your reflections if there are any in the middle of things. Yeah. So I'll just share a few couplets, and then if we have reflections on the couplets, please feel free to share the reflections. साधु ऐसा चाहिए जैसा सूप सुभाए, सार सार को और थोथा दे उड़ाए. So he says, the sadhu on the path, the traveler on the path, I want such a traveler on the path who is like a soup. A soup is like, you know, in villages we have for taking off the husk from the grain of gehu, you know, wheat. We use this chalni in which all the light parts go away, and the grain, which is heavy in the essence, it stays in the soup. So the strainer, I don't know, I think in English we call it sieve. So साधु ऐसा चाहिए जैसा सूप सुबाए, like a sieve, सार सार
बंद कर दियो।
सार सार को गही लहे, थोथा दे उड़ाए. So all the husk, all the stories in the head which are not absolutely necessary, they can be now let go of. All that I have, the essence of my, all that I needed for my progress, maybe all the experiences that I had in my life, they were very much important for my progress. So can I just cling to that essence that was there, and regardless of what happened, how much difficulty, pain, suffering I had to go through, such kind of a sadhak is required. That's what Kabir says. Yeah, and then he says in the next one, जग में बैरी कोई नहीं जो मन शीतल होय, यह आपा तो डाल दे, दया करे सबको. So all we have in the head which troubles is me and my story. I think without that, no trouble would exist. And yet we do fall in troubles many a times. So he says, "Jag mein bairi koi nahi." There would be no one who would be anti you, against you, if you have a mind that is cool, silent, and calm. Yeh apa, the meanness, the minus, me and my story. यह आपा तो डाल दे, उसको आहुति दे दे, उसकी दया करे सब कोई. So if you are not engaged in me and my story, it seems that the whole world is very compassionate towards you, and no one is there who wants to hit at you, blame you, accuse you, or put you into trouble. Yeah. So another one which I like a lot, बुरा जो देखन मैं चला, बुरा ना मिलिया कोई, जो मन खोजा आपना, मुझसे बुरा ना कोई. So again it resonates. Why? Because all the ill things, evil things we see outside, owing to the fact that in the essence of it, we are all awareness. The bodies are just there on the face value. I am not separated from anybody. So whatever the mind creates a story in the head that this is the fault there, and it's just the story in the head that is constructed the construct. Else there is nothing out there. Everything is in here, because we are all connected. The forms are just an illusion. And yet, having said that, I would say that we do get trapped in the illusion. It's not easy. It's not that easy. Especially in those times, I have seen that when we are in the trap of a situation, mind conflicting thoughts, all the gyan that you have, wo dhara ka dhara reh jayega, and you are there. I have been in many such places where, even Kabir, could not come to my rescue when I was lying in the traps of Maya. And all I had to do with just hang on with a bit of faith which was there, just keep hanging on for the shift that could happen. Rohini ji was sharing, the attention shifts from the story to the divine grace, and immediately you get the focus oriented, and all falls into place. And all the learnings from the story are there with you, the essence is with you, and yet there are no regrets, no blame, no game in the head. So yeah, please, more reflections on these three couplets are most welcome if there are any.
Yeah, I'm sure. Share, folks, because I'm sure this is everybody's journey, actually. Monica speaking for every single one of us, because this is the journey. So please go ahead.
One of the couplets remind, just you were sharing, so पोथी पढ़ पढ़ जग मुआ, पंडित भया न कोई, ढाई आखर प्रेम के, पढ़े सो पंडित होए. So this is something which is just still an unmasking mystery for me, or a more and more revealing mystery, because we can say very easily, I love you. But I think easier said than done, because it's very rare to touch the purest form of love in our being. He says कि घट के अंदर ही सब कुछ है, या घट भीतर. And it's for each one of us, our individual journeys, to touch that essence of love within ourselves, I think before we can say that I know love, what love is. We usually, what we talk about when I say I love you, it's more like a, a mixture. Like I have selfish interests with you, you make me feel good about myself. And that's why, although it may be mixed with a pure form of love also, but Mother and Sri Aurobindo also say that we have to sort this mixture out, as if I have to remove all the entanglements, selfish interests and motives, and so that the only pure beingness of love, your being is drenched in love, whether the other person supports it or does not support it. I think that is something which is for each one of us to get revealed in the process of, journey of ourselves, and which is a beautiful journey. I think all of us have to tread upon it, no matter how difficult, because it is difficult, because it makes the constructs fall off. We have to go through a lot of shattering and breaking before we touch that space within the being. Yeah. Please share if any more reflections.
Yeah, can I add my reflection to it? It's actually, it's the journey of, as you said, Monica, sweetheart, you said, even when we say I love you, actually it's the journey of this I and this you falling away till only love remains. So that actually is the whole spiritual journey, meaning we came from love. It is our essence. It is our, so this what Kabirji refers to as Dhai Akshat Prem Ke. It is actually referring to that which is our essence, that from which we came. And then, yes, then separation happened. I became an individual and I came. When the I comes, then the you also comes. And I go through all of that, Maya, till one day I begin the backwards journey, when I begin walking back home, and then slowly, gradually, as the I begins to dissolve, then the you automatically falls away. And then what is love? What is left is only that which was my essence, from which I started. So I think to walk back from duality to my essence, in whichever way one decides to do it, in whichever way, whichever path one follows, that is the only essence of the whole spiritual journey.
Absolutely.
Coming back home.
Absolutely.
Coming back.
And then shining your light, that light that you have touched, then shining it out in each aspect of your life. I think there also we falter again and again. We recognize that, oh my God, that the light and peace that I have touched, why is it not expressing in my relationships? Why am I still demanding, still expecting? And I think that again puts us back on ground again and again, makes us humble more and more, because we see that there is this gap between the inner knowing and the outer manifestation. I think again tells us that there is a long, long way to go, which is beautiful because the path is so amazing, full of difficulties, but still very amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, till we function with the I, there will always be this pull and push, sometimes more illuminated, sometimes less illuminated, sometimes dark, sometimes light. But it's when the I actually dissolves, is then there is only light. The darkness was just actually quite imagined, quite believed in. So,
yeah. Thank you so much. Yes, Shalini, please.
Rohini, may I say something?
Yes, my
Rohini, what you just said and what Monica said too, I mean, from duality is where we start. And I think Kabir's Doha, the couplet, says, तू करता तू हुआ मुझ में रही न हूँ जब अपना आपा मिट गया जित देखूं तित थूं. I think this couplet is exactly what you said and what Monica said. Thank you.
Actually, if to just continue that conversation, it's since we come from wholeness, we separate into, we don't come from duality, we come from non-duality. And then we separate into individualization, into I-ness. So, it's the grace card of God. He has put inside us that longing which, because we don't know yet our wholeness, so we project it onto others, onto relationships, onto doing for others, onto getting back that sense of wholeness which we lost when we individualize. And then slowly, gradually, we begin to realize, oh, that's not the way. I don't have to look at her or him or there, or I have to look back here because this wholeness is already here. And then slowly, just exactly that, as you mentioned, Sulakshana, as what we are not falls away, only that which is remains. So just adding that. Shalini wanted to say something.
Yeah. Rohini, thanks for sending me the invite. Loving being here. So just to share a little bit about the stories that you are talking about, stories in the head. So my personal experience with that has been that something happened. And those are the facts, that something happened. But there's a story which builds up in my head about what happened. And the facts happened, but the story about what happened becomes my facts, and it becomes a vicious circle for me. A very vicious circle which goes on. And that vicious circle, when I stay there, actually becomes very confining, constraining, constricting. And then I lose freedom. I've lost the power. The power that I have lost that power and given it to that story. So I just wanted to share that is what I have experienced personally. And then what you're talking about, that, shine the light and move away from the story. And then you find the freedom, because then you stay with the facts. What happened? So thanks.
Yeah, Shalini, so lovely to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
I miss you when you're not here. It's lovely to have you, lovely to have your sharing, your presence. It's you speak for everyone. You surely speak for everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, Nilanti ji, you want to share something? Please go ahead.
I'm so happy to have Nilanti here. She's joining in from Australia, and she always brings her very sweet, wise presence to our meetings, and I really cherish it.
I cherish you and the meetings too. Sorry, I joined in late, and I joined in on the sentence of when our focus and our devotion is on the Guru, grace, happens, and the movement of what takes place, it can't be defined, can't be described. It's not a place where words can even go. And this really touched me as such truth. But in relation to this last verse that you shared, so I could, hear it properly, I wanted to share just something about, from my experience of a love story, the drama of the love story. And the gift of that was coming to this place of that love just is, it isn't mine or yours to give or take back. It just is. Love is just doing its thing. Love just is. It doesn't belong to me or you or to a story, So when that falls apart, that's all that remains. And this life, this journey of the stories that we, get to experience as part of the play of consciousness, is like compost, that can be used as fertilizer for the apparent growing or the apparent learning, because actually there's nothing to learn, or to grow. But it's a journey, it's a play, and we're very blessed to have all these experiences.
Yeah, beautiful.
Including this one. Thank you.
Thank you so much. For sharing. Yeah. I think I was reading somewhere where a teacher was sharing that we have to almost become like earthworms. We have to have the power of converting the toxic waste into fertilizer, going through all these experiences, all the falls and rises, so that we can make it into something so beautiful, transform every ugliness into something beautiful. So yeah, so we are, you know, all magicians, all we all have the
yeah, alchemists.
Yeah, so then I think I'll go ahead and maybe share another song, and then we'll have a reflection shortly after that. Yeah. So picking up from that, Sulakshana ji left, you know, to tu karta tuj gaya. From there I'll pick up, and this song is about again like the rejoicing of having touched the grace. You know, मैं वारी जाऊं रे, बलिहारी जाऊं रे. मेरा सतगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे. So let me just share a bit of English reflection and then I'll share. I am in surrender, I lose myself. My true guru enters my courtyard. I have given up myself. Wisdom enters my body like a holy dip in Ganga and Gomati. So I don't have to now go outside, take a dip. There is dip inside right here, you know, wherever I am. My body feels purified. Let's get together and go, friends. Anoint the Guru with saffron. Lovingly celebrate her arrival. My true Guru appeared, my good fortune dawned. False religion and delusions have fled. I have become a committed songster, singing these songs of wisdom. The locks on my heart, you know, all the locks that we place on our heart, they are all open now. Narayan Das sings your praise, lays his head at your feet. My true Guru gets me across. So this is what I'll be singing. तू तू करता तुझ गया जी रे, हे रे रे मुझ में रही न हूँ. वारा फेरी बलि गई, जित देखूं तित तू. तो मैं लगा उस एक से, हाँ मैं लगा उस एक से, और एक भया सब मान. सब मेरा मैं सबन का, हाँ जी रे. सब मेरा मैं सबन का, जहां दूसरा ना. मैं वारी जाऊं रे, बलिहारी जाऊं रे. मैं वारी जाऊं रे, बलिहारी जाऊं रे. मेरा सतगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे. मेरा सतगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे. सतगुरु आंगन आया, गंगा गोमती नाया रे. सतगुरु आंगन आया, आया गंगा गोमती नाया. मेरी निर्मल हो गई काया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे. मेरी निर्मल हो गई काया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे. हाँ वारी जाऊं रे, बलिहारी जाऊं रे. मैं वारी जाऊं रे, बलिहारी जाऊं रे. मेरा सतगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे. मेरा दिल गुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे. सब सखी मिलकर हालो, केसर तिलक लगावो जी. सब सखी मिलकर हालो, केसर तिलक लगावो जी. घणे हेत सु देवो बधाई, वारी जाऊं रे. घणे हेत सु देवो बधाई, वारी जाऊं रे. वारी वारी जाऊं रे, बलिहारी जाऊं रे. मैं वारी जाऊं रे, बलिहारी जाऊं रे. मेरा सतगुरु आंगन आया, मैं वारी जाऊं रे. मेरा दिल गुरु आंगन आया, मैं बारी जाऊं रे। सतगुरु दर्शन दीन्हा, भाग्य उदय ही कीना रे। सतगुरु दर्शन दीन्हा, भाग्य उदय ही कीना रे। धर्म भरम सब छीना, मैं बारी जाऊं रे। मेरा धर्म भरम सब छीना, मैं बारी जाऊं रे। सत्संगी बन गई भारी, मंगला गाऊं चारी रे। सत्संगी बन गई भारी भारी, मंगला गाऊं चारी रे। मेरी खुली हृदय की ताली, मैं बारी जाऊं रे। मेरी खुली हृदय की ताली, मैं बारी जाऊं रे। दास नारायण जस गायो, चरणों में शीस निमायो रे। दास नारायण जस गायो, चरणों में शीस निमायो रे। मेरा सतगुरु पार उतारे रे, बारी जाऊं रे। मेरा सतगुरु पार उतारे, मैं बारी जाऊं रे। मेरा दिल गुरु पार उतारे, मैं बारी जाऊं रे। मेरा सतगुरु पार उतारे, मैं बारी जाऊं रे. So he gives, in the end, he also gives the trick, to cross the Bhav Sagar. He says, Satguru par utare. So anything, maybe a talk with a friend, or maybe reading a word from a book, maybe your own insight, a reflection, Guru's word, anything that strikes the chord and removes the delusion and, gets you in touch with that essence within. That is something which takes us across the Bhav Sagar, he says, Mera Satguru par utare. So if there are any reflections on the song, please.
Our chatty Sangha is being very silent today, Monica. They're like always full of reflections, and
yeah,
you must have brought them. Kabirji must have brought them to silence.
Yeah,
it's true.
So I'll share a few couplets. Maybe then we have more reflections on the couplet, because I think songs, songs have a power of silencing.
Yes.
The reflections don't come. Yeah.
And you sing with so much sincerity and devotion, it's it comes through, and it like just touches the heart, and it really makes you quiet.
Thank you. Yeah. So he says, तीरथ गए से एक फल, संत मिले फल चार, सतगुरु मिले अनेक फल, कहे कबीर विचार. So the outer rituals may have their significance, and they do benefit us, Tirath jana, pilgriming maybe to an ashram, to a retreat somewhere, meeting your guru. Tirath gaye se ek phal, sant mile phal char. So if you are meeting a true mentor, a true guru, a yogi, again, it multiplies. Sant mile phal char. Satguru mile, the true guru, the eternal guru, when you meet, if you are able to get in touch, mile anek phal, kahe kabir vichar. And phal is something which we all are seeking. If I am in a relationship, I am seeking something. If I'm in a job, I'm seeking something. So here he talks about almost the end of that seeking, that if we truly want to end that seeking game, where should we turn our attention to? What is the right space to spend more time, more energy, so that we can make the best use of our human birth? Yeah? Any reflections? Please feel free to unmute, share at any point.
Vidya, sweetheart, so lovely to have you here.
So I would
Thank you so much. Vidya ji also sings.
And like She has been my guru for some time and we are still in touch. And I think she tried to make me sing into a classical form. I was after her that teach me. Although I failed miserably, Vidya ji, and I was so glad to see her today. So thank you so much for joining. I feel truly blessed to have her here. Yeah.
She's a very dear friend, but she's always out serving so many that I don't often see her. So lovely, Vidya, sweetheart, please add whatever you would like to.
Nice to be here, Rohini, and lovely to be here, Monica. And there is, I would think that by now you should know that there is no failing and no succeeding. It is just the journey. And that's fine. I mean, it's lovely to see you here.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Yeah. So let me share a couple of couplets again and we'll reflect upon them. Yeah, this is something beautiful. Again, I like it too much. Nij sukh atam ram hai, दूजा दुख अपार, मनसा वाचा कर्मना, Kabir Sumiran Sar. So he says, Nij sukh atam ram hai, दूजा dukh apar. So anywhere, we all can agree on this. Very, I'm sure all of us would resonate. The moment my attention is turned to some other in my life, again, as you were sharing earlier, beautifully, the stories in my head, me and the other, and me is also the other. We also have to see that although I have the body, I think I am this, but all of us are at a point where we know that we are not the body, we are something beyond the body. So the body is also the other. The mind is also the other. The emotions are also the other. And whenever the other is in the picture, dukh is there, the conflict is there. So he says, Nij sukh atam ram hai. When we are in absolute oneness with ourselves, there is no conflict. That is the truest kind of freedom and peace and, absolute bliss. Duja, the moment the other comes into picture, Duja dukh apar, mansa through the mind, vacha through the speech, karmana through the action, Kabir Sumiran Sar. So always remember, he talks about remembrance. Rohini ji was sharing in the beginning, remember who you truly are. And if we again and again have friends who are able to remind us that you are not the feelings, emotions, the thoughts, conflicts, you are the awareness which sees or makes things happen. If we anchor, root ourselves again there, again and again, and make that our identity, rather than making the thoughts and emotions our identity, I think we absolutely feel the bliss in our being. We feel lighter and we have the vigor in the life to move on and, do something beautiful with the life. Yeah. So, yeah, please, I'll mute myself so that others can share. Yeah. I think vice versa can also.
I think more than sharing, I am attending this kind of session for the first time. So there is so much to, absorb, listen, and just take it in. And I'm just having good time, actually.
Thank you for sharing, Rakhi ji. Thank you so much.
Also, Monica, the other thought that's coming up in my mind is, one is, of course, when you engage with the other, and we say this so often, the moment we engage with the other, that's where our problems start. And if you turn that completely around and don't see the other in any other, and you just see this one, and I'm hearing that in what you're saying, in what he's saying, to actually, even within the other, to see the one, and to see, so that there is no other then. Just sharing, I'm staying with that thought as it's going on.
I think that's beautiful. I think Mother and Sri Aurobindo also touch upon this aspect of seeing the divine in everyone. I think that is something we can all aspire or, look forward to, because that really resolves and takes care of all the conflicts. If we can see the variety in the other and see that as my variety, like an expansion of me itself, you know, this oneness that we are. And then the other ceases to exist. Absolutely. And we also partake of the beauty that the other brings into picture, you know, without, so there is the other, you know, mentally there is the other, but then it is an extension of us, you know, it's not like there is a conflict in there. Yeah. So that's a beautiful thought. Thank you so much for sharing. So if not anything,
Just want to share something funny, Monica, because you also are like on Zoom and I'm also often on Zoom. It's really a challenge of these times, you know, to behind these dark screens to know that there is light. It's like, you know, you keep saying like, and you just have to be like so centered and just carry on, because in many meetings, sometimes it is like this, that, you know, you don't see the face and you don't see, but you know that there is the eternal light behind the screen. Absolutely. So actually, I would say, like, you know, thank you to Rakhi and thank you to Anita, because if you are facilitating and you are like, you know, asking for responses or reflections, it is nice to hear that voice also, you know, saying something, you know, that they are there, but it is indeed nice to see your smiling faces. It is nice to see your reflecting eyes. It is nice to know that, yes, the light is there. We know the light is there, but still, sometimes exactly like this is how it feels on the spiritual journey. You know, blank screen. And you keep reminding yourself, no, there's somebody behind there. It's there. So, yeah.
Beautiful.
Can I share something?
Yeah.
Hello?
Please,
Do you hear me?
please. Yeah, please.
Oh, good. I'm sorry, I don't have my camera on because I'm in my car traveling somewhere, but I really try to listen and be absorbed in the singing and expression. So thank you very much. And now the last song, when you were talking about seeing everything and everyone as one, what happens to me, I can feel this energy of being one with everything and everyone, but there is so much tension and pressure in my body and in my chest that it's like, I don't know, I can't even describe the feeling. I mean, maybe, yeah, I could say, okay, I'm going to die or I'm going to explode, you know, but we all know that that comes, I mean, we all know, we know that that comes from the mind. So it's just the interpretation, but the feeling and tension is there all the time. Like, it's like some bomb that's just waiting to explode, but it doesn't even know how to explode. So for me, it's like always like just on the tip of the mountain, but still, while I'll talk about this, it's, I know, I mean, I can see the one who talks about it, but still there is this pressure and it just goes on, and from one day to another, from 1 week to another, from month to month. And I just wanted to express that now, because maybe that will help. I don't know, just that's what I'm feeling now. And when trying to be, or not try, yeah, trying to be this what we are all aspiring for. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Thank you very much for giving me a chance.
Saso is tuning in from Slovenia, Monica. He's very much part of our Sangha, and he's
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Sasu, for sharing. And, I realized that there are times where there is too much going on. I've been through very lately also through such times. And I was amazed at the experience that I found relief from the corners where I did not actually thought, I did not think that they will make a difference. So I went out. It was just getting too overwhelming. And I thought I'll just move my ass, and I went out and I just met a friend on the way and we started talking. And the moment after that little chat, I was back home again. I realized that something in me had shifted, and that load on my chest, which was there earlier when I left home, where was it? Where was it? And although it kept on reappearing for some time, but I realized that if I physically moved myself, or, maybe talked to a friend who I could resonate with, it absolutely switched, as if there were floors in my being which I was switching. Maybe I was, in the mental floor, then I touched something deeper, I was okay with myself. And then maybe I went back to the mental floor again, got conflicted. And then, so I think it's really amazing that grace can pour from so many arenas. Help, support can come from so many absolutely unassuming places. It's just so mysterious. I was just truly amazed how my whole being, became light after that little chat. So yeah, just wanted to share that.
Monica, what you just said sits with me totally. For me, I feel I'm a simple person, and when lots of esoteric things are thrown at me, they confuse me. But simple things I understand. Just give love and just feel compassion for everyone and everything. And and whenever the point I'm also making is that for me, when I get overwhelmed, or all of us do with life around us, and especially in these days and even otherwise, uh, I people that I'm blessed to have in my life have always, you know, brought me back to equilibrium. And so for me, my friends, family, people, like you're saying, random people also, sometimes just I have depended on them so much uh, to bring me back to calmness. And I'm truly blessed with whoever's in my life, whoever, even if it's a random person that I interact with in a shop. Sometimes you just come away with a smile, just talking to someone you've never met and will never ever meet. So all those things make a lot of difference to me, I've seen in my life. And when we say that we are one, uh, I I feel it, most of the time. And but when someone says, sit down, don't listen to your thoughts, empty your, all that doesn't make any sense to me, and neither can I do it. It's beyond me. But if you say, give love, and they and just go hug someone, that is easy for me. But if you say, thoughts are not you, mind is not you, I say, ये क्या बोल रहे हैं यार, मेरे तो पता नहीं, सब कुछ ही मैं हूँ. Sorry.
So much, Anjali. I think that would make sense, because मन के बहुत तक रंग हैं. Kabir says, मन के बहुत तक रंग हैं, छिन छिन बदले सोए. And it's amazing that in one moment, whatever works may not work in the other moment. In one moment, I may pick a book of Kabir, maybe read a doha, and that settles my being completely. And in the other moment, I need a hug, I maybe need to cry out loud. And that is the way. So I think, as Rohini was sharing in the beginning, that there are so many paths. Destination is only one, but the paths are so many. I think that's also the beauty, because each and every phase of our life, we can use so many different beautiful paths. And the arrival at, the same, coming back home, as we were sharing, we all are helping each other coming back home in our own unique ways. So whatever works in whatever phase of life, I think We have to honor that for ourselves. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes.
Yeah, it is so true, but I can't resist adding that through it all, no matter what we do, no matter who we reach out to, no matter which path we follow, there's one thing which sees it all. There's one awareness which sees that, you know, you are mentally upset now. It also sees that that turmoil lifted and now it is no longer there. And actually, it is the eternal friend. And I don't mean for it to sound, you know, like anything which is inexplicable, or it is simplest of the simple. But again, we like come to it in our own time. We understand it in our own time. And one thing I do definitely believe now is that everything that is put in our way, particularly the things that may upset us, are put in there to bring us back to this eternal friend. To like come back to this understanding. So just wanted to add that to it. I think Saudamini wanted to say something.
Please go ahead, Saudamini.
Well, I also wanted to say something because I have my video off, you know, and I said it's quite a hard sell to talk to people and look at blank screens. But I did, you know, I've always loved reading Kabir. I'm not so familiar, but whatever I read, I really resonated with. And I wanted to say that, you know, originally I've done a lot of yoga in my life, and I was drawn to yoga, I think, because it kind of connected you. It was kind of a time where you weren't in the past or the future or in this thing, you were just in the present. And that was a very unconscious thing. I couldn't tell you that. It's not something I read from a book or something. I couldn't tell you why I was drawn to yoga, but that was why I was drawn to yoga, because, you know, you are always observing, and in that you have a connection with the observer, because then you distance yourself from your thoughts, you're watching your breath, and, you know, all those kind of things. And I remember ages ago, I used to come to the sanghas that were happening on Saturday in Gurgaon. And I remember Rohini used to tell us all the time that don't ask me to treat the problems of your personality, you know. And now I can, you know, when you said that about the Guru, and, you know, my mother always used to tell me as a child that, ठीक है, आप भगवान को pray कर रही हो, but भगवान आपके अंदर भी हैं. So, you know, all those things now they come to me more intuitively, like that. I don't need necessarily like technique of yoga to access that part of myself, because it's always there. But I could never feel it before for whatever reason. Like, you know, of course, not that I feel it all the time now, but I could not immediately switch into, like, I knew there was a difference in the way that I was when I was in a yoga class, and why wasn't I like that all the time, you know? And now, you know, reading, and so like what you said, that, you know, you can find that in different things. So yes, you can find it in different things, but it's always there, you know, which is such a beautiful thing also. So I wanted to share that. It was a very beautiful thing, Raj. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you, Rohini ji and Saudamini. Thank you so much. You know, I think Kabir hints at that it is so obvious. It is so obvious that we keep on missing it. You know, the secret, it's not a secret. And that's why, you know, just like space is, the space is there all the time. But whenever we enter somebody's house, all that we see is the furniture, you know, the cushions and all that is appearing. And we miss out on the space completely. So I think Kabirji hints at it again and again in his ways, that it is so obvious. The secret is so obvious that you keep on missing it, because the mind loves to have sophisticated, complicated methods and practices. And I think that's our way. But at times in our life, we have to try out those. And then you realize that, oh my God, I maybe did not need to do all those rituals to arrive back home. And in one of the couplet he does share, he says, दौड़त दौड़त दौड़िया जहां लगी मन की दौड़ दौड़ थके मन स्थिर भया तो वस्तु ठौर की ठौर. So he says, I ran in so many directions, tried this, that, you know, several relationships, power, money, everything. I ran in all the directions in which the mind took. I think that is also a journey that's important. दौड़त दौड़त दौड़िया जहां लगी मन की दौड़ दौड़ थके. So दौड़ के जो थकने का मजा है, you know, कि बस अब मेरे बस का नहीं है. I think that is something which is really beautiful, because then the mind realizes the futility of the efforts. So otherwise I am not convinced. You may say that, okay, don't do this, don't do that, and you have your essence. I am not convinced. I am not convinced. Once I have tried out all and tested, and then I say, oh my God, never there I could find it. And then I'm tired of all the running. And then he says in the next line, Dod thake man sthir bhaya, to vastu thor ki thor. Now this silence that I get in the mind after the running is done, I think that is something which is absolutely beautiful, first of all, and also practically, individually for each one of us to arrive at. That first try out all the things that you thought that bring you happiness. And then you realize, no. My happiness was always in my hands, with me, my essence all the time. So again, a very beautiful couplet by Kabir.
So beautiful.
So I think I have maybe, I know Rohini ji say we don't have time, time has us maybe.
So we don't have any, I know you have to go somewhere at 7. We are like...
The thing is that we have another session at 7 o'clock.
At 7, I know.
Yeah, so we would like to finish before, at 6:50 we will finish, so that the other session has some time to begin. Yeah. So I'll just share a couple of couplets and then we'll share a song, and maybe after that we can end. So if we have to die, Krishnamurti also talks about being dead to your past, being dead to your desires. He says that experiment being dead to your desires. How does it feel? So Kabir ji says, Maya mari na man mara, mar gaye sharir. So sometimes we are so overwhelmed that we think that if I die today, maybe my problems will get resolved. Now, according to this, it doesn't seem like that. So the sharir may die, the problems will not die. Maya mari na man mara, na man marta hai na maya, illusions of the mind. Mar gaye sharir, asha trishna na mari, keh gaye das Kabir. So he says that if you have to really kill something in this life, kill or go beyond or transcend asha and trishna, any hopes or desires of achieving happiness outside. I think that is where all, our journeys also point out too, that we ran after this, we ran after that person, maybe this relationship, that sibling, that, that person, maybe that place there where I wanted to stay. And I feel that I will be only happy once I have that. But then we realize, even after I have that, am I really truly happy? Or is it an inner state of my being, that happiness that I want? So he says that if you truly want to kill the illusion of getting something from somewhere else, the happiness and peace from somewhere else. And I think one of the teachers, beautiful teachers, Rupert Spira, he says that, for example, desires create a kind of a cloud. They make us believe that if you have that, only then happiness will be. And in that we go forever seeking, and the suffering continues. So I think this is something which we all have, or maybe have, or can experiment with, where he says, Asha and Trishna, if you have to kill, be dead to the past, be dead to your desires, so that you can fully be where you are. And not running and hankering after things, and half here, half there, conflicted, suffering all the time. And then he says in the next one, Maya, Maya, sab kahe, Maya lakhe na koi. Everybody talks about Maya, illusion, but nobody really can see Maya, because, it makes itself so real that when you are in Maya, it doesn't appear that it is Maya. Maya, Maya, sab kahe, Maya lakhe na koi. Jo man se na utre, Maya kahiye soy. So again, he gives us a beautiful trick. He says anything that is sticking to your mind today is Maya. Anything that burdens the mind, burdens the being, is Maya. If we can be aware, I think it's a beautiful trick that he gives us to immediately get out of that story and be with the feet of peace, happiness, guru, or whatever brings us silence and harmony in the being. So jo man se na utere maya kahiye soye. Anything that has become a burden of my head, you know, even we can actually pick up scriptures and make them a burden on our head. You know, I can pick thoughts from gurus and make that burden on my head. So that also happens when we form cults and, you know, these little groups that I know the best and you don't know. So again, that is again Maya only, a form of Maya. So yeah, please, any more reflections are most welcome.
I must say you appreciate the way you've explained it so beautifully and so simply. I mean, it's the essence is so beautifully explained and how subtle things are that we just tend to just go into the world and forget about looking within. And I think with these sanghas, one tends to at least start on that journey of saying, okay, let's look within because we've been out in this world long enough. And it's time to just start reflecting. So it's beautifully explained. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. So Kabir, in one of the couplets on what Renuka ji was just sharing, he says, "Kagaz keri naav hai, aur pani keri gang. Kahe Kabir kaise tirun, ye panch kusangi sang." So our outbound senses, the thing that you were referring to, you know, we are always outside, always on the surface. You know, what is my mind telling me? What are my eyes telling me? What is my senses telling me? And we believe that, you know, we buy into that. And again, a conflict starts. So he says, "Kagaz keri naav hai." My being is so fragile. The body is so fragile. The kagaz keri naav hai, pani keri gang. And the bhav sagar, emotional overwhelm that I have to go through, it is so deep, like an abyss. Kahe Kabir kaise turu? How can I keep myself afloat? Kahe Kabir kaise turu? Ye panch kusangi sang. So he talks about the senses as kusangi, you know, not a good friend. I think that's what we have to see, that slowly the senses can also become a friend in the journey rather than taking us away all the time. They can also become, we can turn the senses inward, as you were sharing, Renuka ji, and see the inner movements rather than always focusing on what is happening on the external side. And that brings again back to center. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So I'll just share last song and then I will end with that. So this is a beautiful song and I learnt it from Krishnakant Shukla ji, who are founded on YouTube. You know, YouTube is another guru that we have so many things and talks on YouTube. So he's a disciple of Kumar Gandharv ji, and from him I learned this song. Very short one. So he talks about Hirna, a deer. Be very careful when you graze out in the forest. You can go into one forest, the forest of spiritual realm. You can go into another forest, forest of mind, intellect. But in the third forest, the forest of all these senses, you know, what they are trying to tell you, do not go there, do not go there. What we will do is they will kill you, rip you apart, and they will make something of your skin, you know, how we suffer through our emotional challenges. So I'll just sing this and after that we will end. Hirna, 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 hirna samajh boojh ban charna, hirna, hirna, hirna samajh boojh ban charna, hirna, hirna, ek ban charna, एक बन चरना, दूजे बन चरना, तीजे बन पग नहीं समझ बूझ बन चरना हीरना, तोहे मार तेरो मास बिकवे बिकवे, तोहे मार तेरो मास बिकवे बिकवे, तेरे खाल का करेंगे बिछोना हीरना हीरना, हीरना समझ बूझ बन चरना हीरना, कहे कबीरा जो सुनो भाई साधो, कहे कबीरा जो सुनो भाई साधो, गुरु के चरण चित धरना हीरना हीरना, हीरना समझ बूझ बन चरना हीरना हीरना. So I think it's good to end with this song, kind of a remembrance that we have to be very careful and vigilant on the path. And at times we may get astray, and maybe learning from our troubles that better not to venture in that domain, you know, where we get entangled again and again. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining and tuning in. Thank you, Rohini ji. Thanks everyone for your reflections. And actually we have Mondays, on Mondays 4 o'clock, we meet at 4 p.m. We discuss Kabir ji and Tagore ji. So those of us who are interested, I think you can tell Rohini and I can get in touch with you, Rohini. And if there are any more people who would like to join in singing, and we can do it again anytime. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
I'd just like to thank you, Monica, on behalf of all of us.
Thank you.
You're like always, whenever I request you, you're like, you know, you just come with such a big yes, golden heart. So just want to take a few seconds to bless you. So just request everyone to just turn your attention to Monica. And just in your own sweet way, just like look at her and bless her. May she continue, may her radiance just continue to spread more and more. May her light grow brighter and brighter. We fully recognize that there is nothing else other than this light. And may she then take it far and wide. Thank you so much. Bless you, love you.
Thank you so
and
much.
see you again. See you again.
That was quite amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bless you. Thank you so
You
much.
have such a beautiful voice. It just
I
took us
know.
somewhere else. And after that, we just could not, there were no words, no thoughts, nothing. You have a
आपकी आवाज
very,
में
very,
सुन के कुछ अलग ही मजा आता है.
Thank you.
yeah. You have a divine presence. God bless you.
Oh, absolutely. And when
Thank
you
you.
sing, it's like you can make out. It's like.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much.
And Monica, you can see that the screens are slowly lighting up now.
Yes, they're all lit up like our hearts are lit up.
And coming on. See everybody's sweet face. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monica. Will you do it again? Please do it again.
Thank you. Yes, will. Thank you.